So we're live. What's up, guys? We're the News 19 Nerds. I'm Leroy. Michael's over there trying to make sure to get us on the air.
I think we're live. I don't know.
Michael says he thinks we're live.
It says you're live.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
We could easily check by going to our actual page.
Yes. Let's see if it's up there, and then we'll try to get we'll re-queue.
Yep, it says we're live now.
IMAX is up there already. IMAX is saying good evening.
IMAX, what's up, man? If you're there, if you can hear me, I'm trying to bring up the page, and actually I'm trying to kill the volume.
Get the echo.
Yeah. So where's our chat? There we go.
This is a weird the way they're doing stuff now. This new
Oh, I hadn't
look.
seen it.
I'm like, this looks weird.
I'm trying to get. Why is it not scrolling down? What's up, IMAX? So guys, this is our press play episode.
We're doing it on a Thursday.
Doing it on Thursday. You want to tell the people why we're doing it on Thursdays now?
Yes, for those that don't know, I mean, it's pretty obvious. We talked about it before. We actually do work in a newsroom, so we do have real news that we cover from time to time. And usually for us now, as school has started back, we got high school football on Fridays. Mm-hmm. And you, instead, is this telling? Is this elaborating?
I'm trying. No, keep going, because you ever feel like you're musty?
So you decided to test it on live.
I'm like, I forgot that I was on TV just now.
Wow.
I was just like,
This is
am
real,
I
folks.
musty?
Okay.
I was like, no, I'm not. And now I'm paranoid.
Anyway.
Because I've been running around all day because, okay, so Michael said we work at a real news station. So I've been running around all day because it's hurricane season.
Yeah.
And there's a hurricane. So I've been running around and I'm like, I know I put deodorant on. I was like, did my deodorant not kick in? It's like,
Okay. This is great.
am I musty? Do you smell me?
No, I don't.
Okay,
But you let me finish.
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, this preamble is great.
I had a panic attack.
Yeah,
when I was
so
musty.
we have football games that we have to shoot on Fridays. So we probably won't be able to do our press plays on Fridays because you won't be here to be shooting games.
Yeah,
So we're going to boom to Thursdays for the next couple of months
Yeah.
until football season.
Until we can get a permanent date. So as soon as we, like Michael said, we do other news. So sometimes we have breaking news. We picked Fridays because we felt like Fridays were like a kind of calm day, and it's kind
Is
of.
that why we picked it?
Well,
I thought we picked it because we had extra people in the station that could do other stuff.
Well, it was that, but also it was a comp. Like you always like. So if you guys don't realize, a lot of times what people will do, they'll drop news nuggets late at night so we can't really cover it. So it's like big, but then we can't really do anything with it. So it's an easier news day, and everybody's kind of off, and so they don't like Fridays. They don't normally bother us.
Okay.
But then we forgot football season.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah.
High school football, college football, pro football. We got to cover all of that. And I got to shoot high school football. And so we're here on a Thursday, guys.
We're here on Thursday. And also, we started on time at 8 o'clock because people that try to hold us back ain't here. I'm coming for you, Anakin. When you watch this video, Anakin's on vacation having a good time. He deserves it.
Is he on vacation or is he at work on a work vacation?
I think both.
Okay.
I feel like he's doing some work stuff and then he's going to travel down and do other stuff.
Okay,
with his
because I
family.
was wondering about that. Yeah.
So good for him. Get some time off on the West Coast or whatever. So for this press play, we're talking about a couple things at least.
Yep.
We're talking about 80 years of Marvel.
Marvel had a birthday, August the 29th. 80 years old.
Yeah. We're also talking about some stuff with Disney.
The House of Mouse.
Yeah, the D23 happened. So many announcements. Everybody thought, and it's so crazy because we know they talked about all the Disney Plus stuff. They talked about all the stuff coming. Mm-hmm. People kind of, or at least I kind of thought, they don't really have any Marvel announcements because they already gave Phase 4 away at Comic-Con.
Yep.
Nah, they have way more. There we go. We got a friend of the show walking around.
What's up, Nick?
What's up, Nick? Yeah, gonna say. There we go. Friend of the show, Nick Jones, modeling for us.
Friend of the show.
There we go.
Advertise.
Oh, wait. I got to go open the front door for AG.
Nick, you go open the door for AG real quick?
Yeah, I got the
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Okay. Great.
front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said come open the front door.
Yeah. So you were saying a lot of Marvel stuff got announced. Like what?
I mean, we got... Or is that where we're starting?
Well, I was...
I just mean in terms of we got a bunch of different shows they announced. They announced the year, and then they may announce the whole date, but they said 2022 for Black Panther.
Okay, yeah.
Which was awesome.
Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, they we saw some more kind of ideas of what we're going to get from these Netflix or these Disney Plus shows with WandaVision, with they talked about Loki, all that kind of stuff. So I mean, so many announcements. So where you want to start?
You pick some. I mean, look, we can go with D23.
All right, start with D23. Disney is going to get my money, and I knew they were going to get it before, but they are
now. You believe?
Yeah, they are. I guess the only thing that I'm worried about is how well the service will run, like in the first couple of days. How well it's going to run.
Interesting, you bring that up. Continue.
Because I think everybody's excited about, you guys in chat let us know, I think everybody's excited about Disney, but we don't know how well the service is going to run in terms of, is it going to crash on day one? Am I going to be able to watch stuff? It's going to be like, oh, you got to queue up stuff to do whatever. So just stuff like that.
So Disney has talked about that because after, I don't know if it's after D23 or like right immediately or during D23, there was a link that came out. If you are a D23 Disney member, they had a deal where you can get up to 3 years at a discounted rate for Disney Plus. The service is at $6.99, but they were offering it for about $2 to $3 off. So basically, if you get the service at $6.99, 12 months, it puts it at $83.
But it's different.
Yes,
because $6.99 is per month.
Per month.
Or $69.99 a year.
So if you take the 23 from that, which is the D23, you pretty much get it at $140 for 3 years. And the interesting thing about that is if you get it for 3 years for about $140. The site to sign up for that crashed. So that tells you how many people. What up, yo?
What's y'all casting night on? Your topic.
We're talking about Marvel stuff. We're talking about Disney stuff.
Yeah.
All
If
kinds
you
of
watch, you would know.
I have a life, you know.
This is life.
Yo, we are not
this
professional.
Is life.
Leroy, this is my husband William. William, this is Leroy.
That's live.
Oh, peace.
That's Keisha. That's
all,
Keisha's husband.
all I do is answer the telephone, okay? That's all I do in this building.
Keisha
I do
is
not
the
get
unsung
toilet paper.
MVP.
I'm what now?
You're the unsung MVP of the station.
Nerd 1, nerd 2, and I make 3.
Thank you, Keisha.
When Keisha said, I got a life. This is life, Keisha. This is real life.
That was unexpected, but I love it.
Maybe
That's
I
great.
need to buy a comic book.
It's funny you should mention that. We
jumping everywhere.
go do a segment with Keisha about comic books.
Okay, I'm down for that.
We go help you buy your first comic book.
Okay.
So, it's got to be girl power.
Oh, okay. I got you.
It's got to be black girl power.
I got you.
We're going to hook you up.
Hold on. How old you want her? You want her to be young, old?
I want to see her from infancy to adulthood.
You want her to have a dragon?
Yeah.
Boom Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
There we go.
Got it.
Fantastic.
And I don't want her to have no short fight. I want to have a long fight.
Okay. Got you.
Peace.
Got you.
Peace.
All right, take care.
Yes.
That's what we do, people.
That's what we do for y'all.
what we
Unexpected
do.
stuff happens.
We just changing lives. That's what we do.
What are we talking about?
D23.
D23. All right.
Look
Disney
out for
Plus.
it. Keisha, Leroy, Michael. Comment goodbye.
Yeah.
Black girl power.
Yeah. All right. So we talked about.
So you were talking about it crashing.
Yeah.
So the site to sign up for Disney Plus crashed already.
Right.
So that lets you know the demand for Disney Plus is high.
Oh, yeah, for
and
sure.
now Polygon did an article this week talking about that, saying we're aware, we realize that there's going to be a demand. They're looking to have enough servers online by November 12th for that reason, because I honestly don't think they expected that many people to try to sign up. Because if your Disney Plus sign up page crashed, imagine what's going to happen on November the 12th.
My thing is, why would you not think that wouldn't happen?
Because they didn't think that many people would want it.
Well, it's been out for a while too. So.
Nick, are you gonna be in on this conversation? I feel like you're just sitting here with a plate in your hand.
I mean,
looking
honestly,
real crazy.
I honestly don't think people thought that this was going to be a big enough.
Pull up the chair, I guess, Nick.
Pull the chair real quick.
Yeah, you here? Talk for a second.
For 5 minutes.
5 minutes, man. If you pull up a chair, you will be here for the whole show. Go ahead and go on over
I
here.
still gotta edit my package.
Nah, you don't need that package now. That's Nick. So
What's good?
So am I coming in this way?
yeah, you come in this way.
This show is the best.
This is what we do, guys.
So we said, hey, you know what? We're gonna start on time, but we're not gonna be professional.
I mean, this
So-
is professional.
Is it?
I mean, you don't get this. You smell me now? Because you a little closer. Am I musty? No? Okay.
no.
I'm paranoid, guys.
Okay.
I get paranoid like this. But it goes back to that idea that I don't think they realize. It's almost like, and I hate to say this, it's like Popeye's chicken. I hate to go here.
Elaborate.
When Popeyes released that chicken, we actually did a story on it. It was in Friends at 5.
Mm-hmm.
People were getting that chicken for a few weeks.
Oh yeah. It wasn't like
It wasn't the demand.
it had been out a while
It
before.
had been
it went
out a
viral.
while because our weekend sports singer Joe Cook mentioned it. Avery Ledwell, who you just did the Joker trailer with, got one.
These people want their last names out there, but keep going.
I mean, they've been on here.
Yeah, but they ain't say their last name.
When I didn't want to say my last name, you outed me on here.
I did.
Yeah.
Now you probably deserve it. It's fine.
But it was like this peak where it's fury where people were going to Popeyes and were like, oh my gosh, I have to have the sandwich. They wanted to be in on this. And then when D23 happened, you got to see the Mandalorian trailer. You got to see Rise of Skywalker. You got to see the Jeff Goldblum trailer. And people were like, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot, I want that. And that demand was overwhelming for Disney. I don't think they realized how much people wanted it, just like that Popeye sandwich. That sandwich at Popeyes is sold out.
Yeah.
Popeyes released a press statement saying, we don't have the sandwich anymore.
Yeah.
We've run out of chicken.
So wild.
And I think Disney did the same thing. They did not realize they were ever going to have that much. I think they thought they would have that much interest, but not like this.
I think it's kind of crazy though, because I think the site's been out for a long time. Like I
Disney,
signed
D-
up-
D-
Disney Plus,
D23, yeah, D23, yeah.
I signed up for it back in like December,
Mm-hmm.
and that's 8 months ago, something like that. So I mean, I guess there's going to be an overwhelming amount of traffic, but I guess like to the people that don't follow Disney all the time, like maybe as much as I do, then they might have not known all the shows and all the benefits of having Disney Plus. And I'm not sure if this is a real thing or not. Did y'all hear something about Hulu being a part of Disney?
Well, so basically Disney, when they bought Fox, they got a larger percentage of Hulu. So Disney owns at least 60% of Hulu. There will be no R-rated content or adult content on Disney Plus, which means anything they got from Fox that's like Aliens, Terminator, Predator will all go to Hulu. So anything they want that's adult films or anything like that, it's rated R or maybe even PG-13.
Yeah, say R-rated films, don't say adult films.
Well, I don't even want to say adult films because, well, you know what? You're right. Don't say adult films.
Yes.
But I'm saying like think about it. Like certain films that aren't necessarily adult, but like that are like hard hitting.
Yeah.
That's gonna be on Hulu. Disney actually made Lincoln. Lincoln ain't going on Disney Plus. Nobody want to see that. It's family entertainment, so they're gonna push that stuff on there, and then you gotta remember that deal.
This is what you're getting to.
Yeah.
So
$12.99
in addition
deal.
to getting just standard Disney Plus by itself for the $6.99 or the discount, you can get Disney Plus, Hulu with commercials, and ESPN Plus for $12.99 per month, which is probably what I'm going to sign up for because I don't have cable anymore, so I would definitely do that.
Now let me ask you this: you're gonna do the $12.99 deal?
Pretty sure I
Are
am.
you gonna do the $12.99 deal?
That includes ESPN.
ESPN Plus.
But watch this. I found this out thanks to my wife who tries to keep me from spending money. ESPN Plus is not ESPN. It is some live streams. It's
but
not
everything.
Yeah, it's not. So you won't get ESPN 1, 2, and 3. You won't get ESPNU. You'll get some live events. You'll get like the 30 for 30.
Some of the UFC fights.
Yes.
See, I have
Boxing.
like ESPN Plus right now.
Mhm.
So I'm wondering, let's say you buy this package, does that automatically merge it with whatever you're paying right now with your account? But you gotta cancel
You
it.
probably would have
and
to
then add another
cancel.
one.
I would think
Yeah.
you would have to cancel.
Which,
But that's the big question everybody's wondering.
Yeah.
Will there be tiers to this package? Because I'm only doing Disney Plus. We
Miles
have-
Cage, hello.
I was trying to tweet or text him.
Yeah.
What's up, Rayshawn? it's one of those things where I already have Hulu through someone else. I don't need ESPN Plus because it's not going to give me ESPN 1, 2, and 3. I'm not going to get all the live. You'll get some MLS soccer, but you're not going to get like the prime time ESPN football games.
But you also get like some of the exclusive content with like right now Les Miles are doing a thing with him at Kansas. It's like the behind the scenes, kind of like Hard Knocks, but it's something that nobody else is going to be able to see. They have all the 30 for 30s. They have.
I buy the 30 for 30s, so I don't need I have the 30. I have the first 30 for 30 Blu-ray special edition. I buy them. I don't need to stream them. So for me, it's cheaper for me just to do the $6.99 thing, unless they give me an entire ESPN package. And Hulu, we already have somebody who has Hulu. Mm-hmm. Now the cool thing about Disney Plus, which they released this past weekend, you'll get 4K streaming for up to 4 separate streams simultaneously.
That's wild.
And 7 profiles.
Really?
Yep.
For $6.99 a month?
Yep.
This
is.
Every time I hear this thing seems too good to be true.
It does, because this is the thing. They're literally targeting. Like Netflix has a target on their back because you got to pay what? Because you do 4K streaming, right? Mm-hmm. How much do you pay?
I think 14, 15. Mm-hmm. So I don't even know what I pay for Netflix, but something like that. Yeah.
$6.99 out the gate, 4 simultaneous streams, 7 profiles, which you can then decorate with your own Disney avatar. I mean, this is ambitious. Mm-hmm. I mean, they put $500 million into this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a good deal if you're just talking from the consumer perspective. Because think about it, if you try to buy any new Disney movie, Pixar or whatever,
$25.
$25.
If you do Blu-ray and 3 or 4K and
exactly, and if you're getting 4K on the stream, why not pay for that?
Yep.
So I said this on a previous press play.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has still done where all of the extra features that come on Blu-rays come to digital. Now you get a couple of the special features in digital, but you don't get everything. When somebody does that, that's when I'll really be excited.
It's funny you mentioned that. At D23, they said that they're going to start including some of those extra features.
I want all of them.
Now I don't know which all of them they're going to have.
Because some of them are already a thing.
I agree. So they're actually going to have it to where you can click on and see. I know you guys do Amazon Plus.
Prime.
Oh yeah, Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. You can click on an IMDb person and that. Disney's looking to go past that. They're looking to be if you like this actor, this person's in all this, or if you like this show, they're looking to start including that. Director's cuts. They're looking to start including that. They talked about it this weekend. All of that in Disney Plus. And I'm I knew I was always getting Disney Plus. I'm worried more about how it's going to work because the interface that they showed us is beautiful. They're looking to
nice.
They're looking to cut down on the Netflix problem that you always talk about,
where you can't find anything because there's so much stuff. Yeah.
Yep. And they know, and they don't have Netflix's problem yet. They don't have so much stuff, so they're able to catalog it better. Mm-hmm. Whereas Netflix is still trying to figure out how to tell you, hey, 13 Reasons Why just came out. Mm-hmm. Dave Chappelle's new special just came out.
Still haven't watched that yet. I need to. I heard it was good.
I heard it was good too. I heard he took some shots at people.
He always taking shots at people.
Yeah, but these are
real people.
Yeah, he name dropped some of them.
Does Disney Plus include all the original movies and stuff, or even Stevens
The vault
shows?
is gone.
It's supposed to be everything.
Now, what they're migrating onto the site, we don't know yet.
We don't know what's. So I think the overall end game goal, right, for them is to be everything they've ever done, kid-wise, would be on there, but we don't know if day one everything's going to be on there.
So there might be movies that might not be available all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No. I believe once it's on the site,
it's on.
It'll definitely be there.
It's not going to be like the Vault. So remember how in the Vault they would release on DVD Aladdin for a certain period of time. The Vault is gone. They've said if it's a Disney movie, it's going up and it will stay up. Now, like Michael said, that doesn't mean day one every Disney animated movie is going to be there. They said and even some of their new shows won't be up on day one. They said
none of the Marvel shows are going to be there day one.
None of the Marvel shows. The Clone Wars from Star Wars will not air until February. But what will be day one is The Mandalorian, Jeff Goldblum, Encore, High School Musical. I'm not sure about Lizzie McGuire.
No, because the way I don't think they started filming it.
Okay, so there's
What about
certain.
Monsters Inc.
I'm not sure.
Don't know.
It's Forky is supposed to be on there, day one. His shorts. The Muppets are supposed to be day one. Their shorts. But other than that, and The Simpsons all 30 seasons is going to be up day one. Now, other than that, I don't know.
It's going to be on Disney?
The
They
Simpsons.
bought them out.
They bought Fox.
Right, but it's going to be on Disney Plus and not on Hulu?
Nope, it's Disney Plus. Because remember if you go watch that
Oh,
trailer,
right,
the
the
magic.
trailer does have something.
I will say this: that magic trailer, wow. They know how to cut a trailer like that. You know what? In that Facebook group, storytellers that we always talk about, they need to put that trailer in there and be like, "This is how you edit to music, to words. This is how you edit," because that is amazing.
John Donuts, what's up?
What up, JD? So yeah, I'm really excited about Disney Plus, and my wife is excited. She's what's the show that you were most excited for?
Probably Monsters Inc.
Really?
To be honest, yeah, I'm a big Monsters Inc. fan. It's
So
probably
you're
my
talking
favorite
about like the
Pixar.
new monster show that
Yeah,
they're
the
going to
new
do?
series.
Okay.
Because I feel like it'll be nice to see them pick up after the first movie, and I wonder if Boo's gonna make an appearance at some point.
Do you travel in the Disney Monsters Inc. fan theory, Pixar fan theories, that Boo is actually grown up? That Monsters Inc., Toy Story, what's the other one? Inside Out, all of them exist in the same universe, and that Boo actually grows. Boo grows up. Check this, guys, and let me know which movie it is. But they think that Boo grows up, and Boo is actually not Andy's mom, but like they're all Pixar exists in the same universe.
Was it? I thought it was. She might have been the little girl in Toy Story 3 that let go of the Strawberry Bear. What was his name?
I know what you're talking about, but they've been
Yeah.
talking about so I'm wondering, does Disney know that and they're gonna feed into it or not? I wonder, because you've seen every Pixar movie has an Easter egg from another Pixar movie.
Yeah.
So I wonder
Like
if
a
they're
crossover. It's kind of like Nickelodeon when they used to do Fairy Odd Parents and Jimmy Neutron.
and you would see little stuff from I know what you're talking about. What's the show you're most excited about?
Probably Mandalorian.
Okay.
That trailer was really great. So chat, you let us know. Maybe they've already said, but have they said if this is going to be binge watch? Like, is it all coming out at once, or is it weekly?
It's weekly.
It is weekly.
Mandalorian is
confirmed that?
weekly. Mandalorian is weekly.
Okay.
Now, they haven't said what the other shows will be, but Mandalorian will be weekly. They're only doing it whatever day it comes out. They haven't decided which day, but Mandalorian will be weekly. Now, some of the other ones may just drop, but they said Mandalorian for right now, the first episode will be available November 12th, and then it will be every week.
Okay. Netflix has spoiled us with the binge watch, I think. I really enjoyed it.
Has it?
I like being able to see everything all at once.
Let me ask you this. Do you really? Because think about how you love Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
Think about Game of Thrones. What experience did you like more?
Stranger Things.
Really?
Yeah, not even close.
Okay.
I don't want to wait a week to talk about whatever, because I can talk about this stuff all. I get the idea of it helps build like water cooler moments to talk to people. I feel like you could still do that with the binge watch idea.
See,
and then I also feel like it's like if you're let down by a show, I feel like it's easier to take if you got it all at once, as opposed to putting in months on end, and then you're like, oh, this didn't work out for me, and I put so much time into it. Like, remember when I told you how when Lost came out, people didn't like the ending, but I didn't start watching Lost until maybe the last season started, so I was able to watch everything within the scope of 2 weeks, and then kind of watch episode or that last season or whatever, and then when it kind of petered out, I was like, all right, because I didn't feel like I put that much time into it, so it didn't hurt me as much.
What about you, Nick? What is your show that you watch weekly, or that you watched weekly?
Like, you talking about on TV in general, or
Just like but like what's the show that you were anticipated every week? You were like, I have to watch this.
Probably, just to say at the moment, because actually they're putting out a lot of stuff for it, is actually This Is Us, to be honest.
Okay.
But as far as like, I don't know, I'm usually one of those people, I don't like waiting. I just want to watch it all at one time and
See,
be done too.
I guess I'm kind of the opposite because I wanna digest it a little bit, and then also I hate spoilers, and so if I don't have time to watch it, so like Stranger Things, I didn't get a chance to see Stranger Things when it came out. I was on vacation with my in-laws, so I literally was like off the internet for like 2
Sound like you
weeks.
need to fix your priorities.
I'm not gonna disagree with you.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'll say. I know what you can't say. I'll say it. Sound like you need to fix your priorities.
I'm not gonna disagree
Okay,
with you because
here
it
we
took
go.
me like 3 weeks to watch Spider-Man, Far From Home. But I guess for those people out there who have commitments, I can understand that. Like, you want to be able to watch it and then like kind of digest it. Because I just now got done with Boys.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just now got done with that, and it's just like,
What do you think of Boys?
loved it.
It was really good.
But I will say this, man, it's a hard watch for like if you're not a graphic person, it's
There's some scenes.
it's almost too real. Like honestly, it's a show we need right now because if you watch The Boys, you see what's going on in the world, you're like, man, this is a little too real. But I really enjoyed it. But I enjoyed it watching it at my own pace, and it would have been cool if it was weekly, like a Game of Thrones.
Okay, so we're getting some people saying, Ray Sean says he likes watching week to week. John Donuts is like he can do both. So is there anybody that's just binge watch in the chat? Let us know if you're just binge watching. Because right now we got both and week to week. So I don't know if anybody's binge watching.
I mean,
If that's their preference.
I guess, but also too, binge watching, it goes back to that thing you were saying, the water cooler moment. Binge watching takes away from that. I'm wondering if we're ever going to get that Lost, Sopranos, Breaking Bad, you know what I'm saying? Like Game of Thrones is the last show recently that has that everybody watching at one time. Like if you, I mean, I know you go on The Ringer. Remember when they were watching Sunday and you saw all the people in the bar like watching? That was like a sporting event, and it's like, what other show can capture the world like that?
I think the way that HBO does stuff, that's probably the network that's going to do it. So you may get that with Watchmen. You may get that with Westworld.
We
season
got it
3.
with Westworld, yeah.
I think just because they've already established that's how they do things.
Well-
So you could probably get a repeat of that maybe.
Well, Amazon does that with Marvelous Miss Maisel.
That didn't come out all at once?
Hold on, I'm sorry. Handmaid's Tale
Okay.
doesn't come out all at once.
On
There's
Hulu,
a couple
yeah.
of them that don't, that do and then don't.
Right.
So I'm interested to see, and then
Runaways for Hulu.
yeah,
The first season was weekly. And then
they
the second
drop-
season was binge. They did it all at once.
So and I also wonder, like, again, can Mandalorian be that show that captures everybody's imagination where it's appointment CTV? Because This Is Us is like that. People are like, I need to be home to watch This Is Us when it comes on.
I mean, including Nick, people in our newsroom love This Is Us, right?
It's a great show. I mean,
Yeah.
I personally
Yeah.
like it. Like right now, they're having some kind of teaser for like the last 3 weeks. They say they have a present for people on August 31st, so it's only 2 more days.
Were you excited when the Super Bowl was on NBC and they had that special episode? Were you one of those people who was like, frick the Super Bowl, just give me This Is Us?
Well, see, my problem was I was a little bit behind. People started, like, I think the first season already went by, and I hadn't watched it yet. But then I binge watched the whole first season, and I was one episode before that one. I haven't watched it yet. So, like, whenever it came on, I just turned the TV off immediately, so I didn't get to see that second.
Okay.
But otherwise, I would have. And honestly, now that's like really the only show that I'll watch on TV on a weekly basis when it's actually running for the most
I'm
part.
trying to think, what's the show that I watch every week? And I honestly can't think of anything because everything I watch, like you said, I cut off cable. So everything I watch is either on Netflix or Hulu or HBO.
And I think right now you're
the
still
Black Lady sketch.
Oh, Black Lady sketch.
That's the only one that I watch week to week. Insecure when it comes back, you know, those like you said, those HBO shows, but there's nothing.
Well, the key is with like the Disney Plus stuff. If it's going to come out weekly, it has to set the bar high first episode. Because if it's not, which I would think that it probably would be, but if it's not, then nobody's going to be interested after that point, or there's going to be a lot less interest than there would be before.
I've seen one criticism that I've seen online, which I don't agree with, is they feel like the Mandalorian is kind of lacking in the special effects department because it's not a movie. And to me, I think it looks great.
Dude, are you talking lacking in special effects?
It's just in terms of compared to like a Star Wars movie.
It looks just like Rogue One.
And I was like, I don't get it.
I
disagree. And I was like, I think it looks great.
You saw an AT-AT shoot at people. You saw spaceships. You saw, I guess, and two, it's not the Mandalorian isn't A New Hope. It isn't the Clone Wars. It's basically, the Mandalorian is basically a spaghetti western in space. Mm-hmm. It's basically an old western. It's Unforgiven. It's all of those man who rides in on a horse and he has all these things to overcome and people, it's the man who comes to town. It's all of those.
Clint Eastwood, Star Wars.
It's not going to be these epic space battles. It's going to be these smaller tales of how the fringe of the universe works. And I'm all for it. I want to see something different. I want to see something new. And everything that I saw about it just makes me excited to see another corner of the universe that we have not explored. So,
all right. We've been talking about Disney a lot in terms of Star Wars. What about like Marvel stuff? Somebody brought it up in chat. It was Nick. Feel free to go whenever you need to, man. We ain't trying to keep you forever.
John Donuts brought up the Mandalorian, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk.
Chat, say bye to Nick. Nick, thanks for stopping in for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, Mandalorian, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. All that stuff looks cool. That's cute that you went. I mean, we already had Keisha go.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
That was nice that you did that, but at this point.
Respect.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, so Moon Knight, She-Hulk. I really like She-Hulk as a character.
I love She-Hulk as a character.
Yeah, you love She-Hulk as a character. I appreciate her.
I love all women painted green. It has nothing to do with my last name being green.
There we go. She-Hulk, Gamora, whoever.
That chick from Star Trek, the first one.
Yeah.
And the Kelvin universe with Chris Pine.
Yeah. I really like She-Hulk just because I like the fact that she's a lawyer, and a lot of the comics really do play into that.
Yeah.
And the fact that she gets to debate like Marvel stuff with a legal perspective, which is really cool.
And I think it's also cool, and somebody brought up it was on Bleeding Cool, brought up a very good idea. I like the fact that she keeps her intelligence.
Yeah.
And so you get a sense of, and I hope they go into this. And again, Bleeding Cool brought it up. I hope they go into, it's not body dysmorphia, but I hope they go into the idea of, here's a woman who looks one way, hulks out and gets a whole different type of body, and the body issues women go through. I'm not a woman. I don't identify as one. I use the pronouns. I guess people say he and him, whatever. But this is going to be a superhero show about a woman who's intelligent, but who has a monster who lives inside her, and her ability to control that and still live her life. And
do we know, is it live action or is it cartoon?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
They might have announced it, but I don't know. So I'm interested in that. I'm interested in Miss Marvel.
That's going to be crazy.
That is going to be crazy because they've already said you will see Miss Marvel in these shows will cross over with movies. The one thing we didn't get with the Netflix shows.
When Netflix canceled, or when Marvel canceled their deal or whatever about the Defenders shows, I really enjoyed the Defenders, the shows overall. Really loved Daredevil. I really like Jessica Jones. Luke Cage was okay. Iron Fist, season 1 wasn't great. Season 2 got better. Defenders show, whatever. But overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I always thought in my heart of hearts that somehow they're going to save these shows, move them to Hulu. But I feel like this is kind of like that nail in the coffin of like, oh yeah, the shows that we're doing on Disney Plus, they matter. So that just lets you know this Netflix stuff didn't mean nothing. At least that's how I took it.
I look at it a little different. I look at it as, I feel like Netflix cut their teeth on these shows. And I think both Netflix and Marvel learned something. And I think part of what Marvel learned is, if we're going to have these adult characters, we can't use marquee characters that could end up in our movies. We need characters who, I don't want to say throwaway, but like we need characters who we designate this is your universe, or this is your, and you can live in this and play however you want.
Almost
to.
like you need to go back. And again, you're the comic expert, but when Iron Man came out in 2008, he wasn't big like he is now.
No.
So almost like you need to find that Iron Man again, and people who could do whatever and see what happens.
And so I think Netflix learned a lot, because if you see the quality of Netflix shows, they definitely raised the bar after the Marvel shows.
Want to address a couple comments.
Yep.
Going up to
I
Miles Cage.
I want to address Miles, because Miles has said this before, and I'm not knocking Miles, but Miles has brought this up before. For him, he's not really a fan of the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
When I've asked questions about it, Miles has not been on board. So
Yeah.
I see where Miles is coming from. I do agree that the price will change.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But for me, what they've announced, I'm really excited about.
Miles, I agree with you that the price is going to change, and I'm willing to accept it. Like I would probably pay $19.99 a month for Disney, with everything it has. I would probably pay that.
I wouldn't pay $19.99 now. I would if they got the catalog of a HBO Max and a Netflix.
Yeah.
If they got that much,
Yeah.
I could see, because again, it's one of those things where I can leave on, and I don't have kids yet. But if you have kids, you can leave it on and not worry about anything that comes up.
Yeah.
I will say, IMAX brings up a good point. I was disappointed the Avengers never knew Coulson was still alive until he wasn't again. That's one of the things I think that you can talk about, because that's that problem that Disney always, or Marvel ran into, having the shows on ABC, having the shows on Netflix, and then having the movies, and that synergy. Now, they're not going to have that problem.
Yeah.
Because it's all under one umbrella.
Yeah.
It's all under Marvel Entertainment.
I think a lot of the things they ran into, you ran into that issue, and this is me speaking secondhand or maybe third hand or whatever. You ran into the issue of who was really controlling Marvel. You have Kevin Feige doing films. You have Ike Perlmutter doing TV. They kind of butted heads. Eventually they said, hey, Kevin Feige, you run it all. And we're getting that vision. I really enjoy Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been a fan of it since the beginning. I've watched it all. Think it's a really fun show. Kind of campy at points, but it's cool. It's great. And at the beginning of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., at least what I took from it was they always had to do their shows based off what happened in the movies. And that would you'd almost have two different halves of a season. You'd have a season, the beginning before a major Marvel movie came out, and then after a movie came out, you'd have 4 or 5 more episodes left to kind of wrap up that plot point. And Captain America, Winter Soldier, when they announced that Hydra was in there.
And then what's
and
his
then
name?
it happened in S.H.I.E.L.D.
What's his name? Bill?
Pullman?
No, the guy who died. He was in Aliens.
Paxton,
yes, thank you.
Bill Paxton.
When Bill Paxton was there,
Yeah.
and he switched, and then you had Sitwell,
Yeah.
and then you had what was the guy who was actually did he turn into the Kraken?
He turned into, I can't remember what
Gorgon?
I can't remember what his name was, but Brett Ward was
Yeah,
his name.
it's Brett
But
Ward.
I can't remember.
But yeah, it did.
Hive? I think his name might have become Hive.
Yeah, but basically when all of those things happened, it was hard for them. It was almost like a low-tiered person of the week, and then they tried to have the Inhumans for once you have always sold me on the fact that once you get past season 2 and in the 3 and 4, that's when it takes off.
Yeah, that's when S.H.I.E.L.D. was like, oh yeah, don't worry about being beholden to the movies. Do what you want. It was a lot of fun. This last season was okay. It was fine. I am happy that they're going to wrap up the season next week or next year with the final season or whatever.
The guys are talking about, we got Chris Orr. Chris,
I feel like we're getting behind now.
Yeah, so Chris, it's going to be we talked about it earlier. The service is going to be $6.99 a month, or you can buy it a month. No, I'm sorry. You can buy it for a year. What did you say, $69?
$69.99.
Or what you can do is you can go, you guys, if you're interested, you can go to D23 and become a member. They will send you a link to Disney Plus
Within 36 hours.
which will give you an opportunity to buy 3 years in advance at a discounted rate of about $140, which is $23 off the $69, hence the D23, the $69.99 price. So that's if you want the service. I'm interested because Miles brought up a very good point, and I'll get back to Miles's point. and John Donuts in the UK. I don't know the international release, but that's one of the sticking points that Disney has had. How will they handle their international rights for their stuff? But I'm interested to see how this service will impact other services, because we know we have the DC Universe. Is the DC Universe going to be able to sustain what it has going forward, or will it get rolled up into the HBO Max?
I would assume so.
But again, because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. It makes sense because I feel like
there's a window over there, and something moved over there.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, we have deer in our parking lot, so I thought that might have been one of the deer.
Okay.
So I wonder how this service will affect other services. Like how people are, because again, people are going to be, as soon as this thing drops, you better believe you're going to have people from executives from Netflix, Amazon Prime, Apple, NBC Universal looking at this saying, okay, they got this wrong. They got this right. So I wonder how this is going to affect DC Universe going forward, and how Marvel's looking at DC Universe and saying, maybe we might need to add some comics into this. Because to me, as a comic subscriber, I would love if they made available, or at a discounted rate, Marvel's catalog, Marvel Unlimited. If they did that, I'm on board. And trust me, my wife would be on board, because I would save so much money buying comic books.
Yeah.
So that would be something I would like to see. Yeah, IMAX says it's less than $4 a month if you get the 3-year deal. But DC is going to HBO Max according to Rayshawn. It's going to be interesting. John Donut says, well, Doom Patrol Season 2 is going to be on HBO Max, so I wonder how long DC Universe will continue for. That's what we're wondering too. I think Disney Plus coming out will change how other people, because they've said we're going to have National Geographic. You talked about Lizzie McGuire coming back. That's a big deal for people. High School Musical. And as a fan, you still hadn't even seen the trailer yet.
No. I thought High School Musical was fine. I'm a big sucker for any type of musical number, whatever. It's low budget Grease. It is what it is. It's Grease. It's fine. I think they were cute. I'm a really big fan of Zac Efron, and I like that his career kind of started from there and the stuff he's been able to do.
But a lot of people came from those Disney movies, right?
Vanessa Hudgens. There was a girl who actually is from Colombia. I can't remember what her name is. But yeah, she was on from that too. But yeah, so I like the take that they're going to do with High School Musical, with this show within a show. It's kind of meta, so that'll be kind of fun.
I'll give people a sneak peek, because we talked to one of our coworkers. We're going to try to do a video with her, who is a fan.
Oh yeah, one of our coworkers, Jenna, said she is not a fan of this new High School Musical.
She is
but
not.
she didn't really tell us why, so we'll figure that out.
We're going to have a talk about that. She's a big fan of Lizzie McGuire, and Michael is a fan of High School Musical. My wife's a fan of High School Musical, and I showed her that. She was excited. She was like, "Oh, we're definitely getting Disney Plus."
Yeah.
And I knew we were, just based on what was coming, but I knew when she saw that. I remember she said she used to watch Lizzie McGuire, but she also liked the Encore show
With
from Christian Bell, which I thought was a very interesting. It's a radical concept, and it's honestly going to be to me, I think, the This Is Us in reality show.
Okay.
So I think that's going to be interesting. I'm really interested for Jeff Goldblum. I think that's going to be.
Jeff Goldblum is fun.
Yeah.
Like, he knows who he is. Like, that guy, he just wants to have fun. Like, yeah, I just want to watch him do stuff.
Have you seen the memes that people are like, we've accepted that Jeff Goldblum is an alien trying to fit in, and we've just all accepted it?
I like that. I'd agree with that for sure. All right, we got to move on to the next topic because we're running out of time.
Okay.
We still got a show to do.
All right.
We talking about Marvel. 80 years of Marvel, man. Kick it off.
So
this is all you.
Marvel decided that to celebrate their 80 years of history, they had a birthday. They were going to do what's called Marvel Comics 1000. So it's a $10 book if you bought it. It's 80 pages. and it's 80 pages, and it's done by 80 different creators. Each page is done by a different creative team. So each page is a one-story arc, starting from back when it was called Timely Comics. It's shepherded, or I want to say anchored by Al Ewing. Now, Al Ewing, you might not know the name. He's the writer behind Immortal Hulk.
Okay.
And Immortal Hulk is one of the hottest books out right now. It is actually outselling Batman.
Okay.
And that is, like, it's blowing people's minds that a Hulk title is outselling Batman, which is normally the best-selling title, one of the best-selling titles. They introduced new characters, and they introduced something brand new, a item called the Eternity Mask. They start back from the beginning when Steve Rogers becomes Captain America, the original Human Torch. They go all the way talking to the Punisher. Here's one with Matthew Rosenberg.
They can't see that.
Oh, my bad.
You're not gonna be able to. You can't
So
zoom in.
sorry, but if you, I mean, there's 32 different covers. They're already going to second printing. There's so many different. I mean, there's so much. There's different art styles. Every Marvel character you can think of is in here, from Spider-Man to Storm to.
So you can keep showing. As I told you that they can't see it.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. Like I want.
That's
them
just
to
the
see
comic
it.
nerd in you.
I know. It's
You just want to share your love. I'm just
so
messing.
it's.
Um.
There are people.
So have you enjoyed it?
I've enjoyed from what I've read because
Uh-huh.
I've been reading a lot of stuff and I'm trying to catch up. So they did the creators alphabetically on the back. One of the cool things I went to all 3 comic book stores. Wife got mad when she found out how much money I spent on comics this week. She actually texted me while I was at work. You spent how much money on what? They're creators who haven't worked with Marvel for years, and they're people who haven't like. It's amazing. Neil Gaiman did you know that name.
Sandman and Doctor Who episodes.
American Gods.
Yeah, American Gods.
So you got a lot of people. I was excited about it. I'll be honest with you, I wasn't at first. When Marvel Comics 1000 first was announced, I was like, eh. But as time went on, I got more and more excited. And then I saw the covers. And I saw this cover right here.
Goes back to your love of She-Hulk.
Oh.
As you said earlier.
And I saw this cover, and I was like, yeah. And I bought it twice. One I will get slabbed, and one I will keep to read. Like, this is the reading copy. I'm going to get probably a couple more. And
What are you going to get a couple more for? To get them graded?
so you see over there on that wall how I frame comics? My goal for my cave, and I'll actually take pictures for you guys and post them. My goal is to have one whole wall, nothing but comics, framed.
Okay.
I have there's 2 comics that I got married this year. There's a picture of me and my wife, and we have our heads together like this, and it's a shot like that. Batman 50. There's a cover with Batman and Catwoman, and they're in the rain, and I plan to get that matted next to my wedding picture.
Aww.
And my wife was like, "Oh, cool."
What a dork.
And so, oh yeah.
That's cute.
I plan. So like, yeah. When I buy covers, I buy them sometimes with the idea that I'll get them framed and hang them up like in the bathroom or around the house. And some of them I bought for her. There's a Hamilton hip hop cover that I bought for her.
For America Chavez? Yeah, I got that
And then there's another one for America Chavez, #2, with the Beyonce, where she's got the fingers up and she has the hat on.
Yeah.
So I buy them. I buy them and then I frame them. So I've 80 years, 80 creative teams, one universe. That's amazing.
So, talk to me in relation to, because we also had a Superman 1000.
Yep.
And a Batman 1000.
Yes.
Yes. Can you compare those to this, or is it apples to apples? Is it apples to oranges?
I brought.
Like, I guess I'm just trying to say, do you feel like, because for the most part, I think everybody said the overall consensus was Superman 1000 succeeded, Batman 1000 succeeded. So this one has kind of got mixed reviews, I feel like.
It depends on who you ask. So
Okay.
I went. So in anticipation of this book, I went to local comic book stores. I went and talked to Ray Hunter from Cosmic Rays. I talked to Eric Woodard from Scratch and Spin. I talked to Jorg Holman from Heroes and Dragons, and they each had different things to say. So for Ray, Action Comics 1000 did not do as well for him as Batman did.
Okay.
It didn't sell for him. For Eric, who runs Scratch and Spin and owns Scratch and Spin, all of those books did well for him. Now, he did a midnight release and a midnight sale. So for him, how he was able to sell those books was differently. For Jorg, those books did okay, but also he was in the busy, if you remember, he was moving, changing different locations. So the books did okay for him. This book did really well for him.
Okay.
Creatively, I would say the best one was Batman.
Okay.
Just, and I say that as a Batman fan, so to take that with a grain of salt. You mentioned how these books do. This goes back to different covers and how they. So you put them together. I plan to get that mad.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
like, that's why I say it depends on who you ask. Marvel and DC don't release numbers. Diamond releases how many books were sold and sent to stores.
Right.
But they don't keep track of how many books were actually sold in the store.
So like bought by customers.
So
right.
you could have bought 100 copies.
Right.
Could have only sold 79, or you could have only sold 13.
Right.
So we don't know. The big problem with these books are, for those of you who actually, John Donuts, peace, man. John Donuts is out.
Peace out,
later.
John.
The 90s was the crash for comics because it was fueled by what's called the speculator market, where people would buy books, not buying them to read, they would buy them to resell. So the numbers would be inflated, and the real fans who were actually reading these books weren't either getting the books, or the numbers were getting inflated thinking that the business is doing well. A lot of people feel like Marvel's doing the same thing. So this book came out, had 32 different covers.
That's wild.
And so you've got people who are trying to get whatever particular cover they want for themselves, but also people will go in, buy this book, and then put it on eBay. And then they're not even reading it. So it's like, that's why I said it depends on who you ask. Because some people, the book did really well because people came in, bought the book, they sold out. For some people, it didn't happen for them. So like this right here, this is 2 separate covers for the same book, which combines to make one big cover, which they'll probably release as a poster. So it's Batman and Superman, #1, against the Joker who laughs, or the Batman who laughs. This is one of those things where I bought 2 copies. I'm gonna read one, and I'm probably gonna buy another one to keep 2 read, and then this one will get framed. So I bought 3 copies of a #1, which makes it look like the book sold very well.
Right.
But then what happens to #2? Do people keep buying this? You see what I'm saying? That's the problem that we have in the business. So sometimes these books do well based on the covers because you have people clamoring for this cover, that cover. There was a D23 cover of this book that was only sent to retailers. I talked to Ray, who got the book because he saw in the Diamond order form there was a party that you had to, it cost 1 cent for the store to participate in this whatever. He paid the 1 cent, he got the cover. Only certain stores got that book because they had to have joined into this program.
But everybody who joined got it.
Everybody joined and got it, but every comic book store didn't get it.
Right.
That book, as of today, right now, that I checked, I will say yesterday, was at $201.
And the retail price is $10. That's crazy.
So, I mean, it just depends on who you ask. So, what sells for one store may not sell for another store. For me, I'm not as big a Superman fan as I am a Batman fan. So, I have a Superman 1000. Still hadn't read all of it.
Okay.
I have 3 copies of Batman 1000. And I've got 3 copies of Marvel Comics 1000. I'm going to probably buy 2 more.
Okay.
Because there are covers that I want from Jen Bartel. There's a George Perez cover. there's a couple people who've done covers that I'm going to get.
All right, so to sum up this Marvel 1000, what do you attribute the staying power to Marvel? I know that's a crazy question to ask, and then to ask you to sum it up. But
It's easy.
Okay.
Marvel's heroes are regular people, whereas DC's heroes are gods.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
That when
Your Superman, your Wonder Woman, those are like
you're Batman. I mean, you're the difference between the companies, and I'm not knocking them, to each his own. DC's heroes, the reason why they haven't translated well on screen is because they haven't figured out how to humanize gods. The reason why Wonder Woman's movie did so well is because you found a way to make Wonder Woman, as powerful as she is, as naive as she is, relatable. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man has always been relatable because he could be anybody under the mask, and he had real problems. What problems does Batman have?
It sucks being rich, man.
I mean,
his parents died.
His parents, don't get me wrong, but Batman is literally the man suffering from PTSD. But he is the human. He is the pinnacle of human evolution personified. He is a man who has literally taken down gods. Mm-hmm. He literally walks among gods, and he's a regular person. Mm-hmm. So that's the difference between the two companies. Okay. I'm not knocking them, but it's just under the execution. The Incredible Hulk, that's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. The Fantastic Four is a family. The X-Men are outcasts. So each of these problems are relatable on a human element, whereas DC, they're relatable, but you also have people with the power who can. Superman is literally. Superman. We are blessed that Superman isn't
crazy.
Isn't Homelander.
Yeah.
If Superman was Homelander, Superman could have already taken over the world twice without breaking a sweat. Mm-hmm. Imagine if you guys watch The Boys. Imagine if Homelander ever gets it together. Like if Homelander wasn't insane, because he's insane.
Yeah.
So that's the dichotomy between
Elizabeth Shue.
I loved her and hated her in that show. Oh, I hated her.
Man,
I did. I mean, but that's the difference between the two companies. The two companies have a different philosophy. They both have great stories and great. But it's like Demon in a Bottle, Iron Man. That's a man struggling with addiction. Mm-hmm. You did see that with Speedy in DC with or AKA
the drug addiction stuff.
Yeah, Arsenal. So you had some of these things, but the reason why Marvel has sustained at 80 years is because Stan Lee was one of the greatest salespersons ever, who made himself the face of the company to sell these books. You equated Stan Lee with Marvel. Mm-hmm. People don't even realize that Stan Lee didn't write and draw all these books. He became a figurehead.
Right.
The reason why these books have lasted is because people could find themselves in it. And there was escapism in it, but it was also real life taught you. Like you learned about discrimination through the X-Men books.
Yeah.
You learned about patriotism and what it means to be a hero in Captain America and Falcon. You learned how to deal with that duality and that rage inside you with Incredible Hulk. You learn that you may hate your brother and love him at the same time with the Fantastic Four, or Power Pack. So there's so many different stories that you can go on. You got to see Captain Marvel. You got to see Miss Marvel, Punisher, who is literally if Batman was a regular person and his family was murdered in front of him, older. Because I do not believe Batman, if he was older and that happened, would still be as pure and not take a life. Mm-hmm. They're basically the same person dealing with things at different points in their life. Punisher is literally what you would see, and it helps to see someone overcome it when the world doesn't make sense. And that's why these stories have lasted for 80 years. 8 decades, man.
8 decades. All right, on that, we're going to wrap up. Start saying bye to these people.
So let's say bye. We already said bye to John Donuts. IMAX, what's up? Edward Sanchez Productions, man. Cool. I actually like that name. Ty Williams. Ty Williams says Disney's going after video files, also with the inclusion of Dolby Vision and Atmos at half the price of every other service. Ty Williams, you are correct. You are so correct. Miles, Miles, you didn't tell me, man. Did you? I'll go back and look. Did you get DC Universe? Chris Orr, what's up? Want to say, who else is in here? I think that's it. Rayshawn. Did I say Rayshawn before?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Guys, I cannot recommend it enough. Go check out your local comic book store. Just talk to the people in there. Recommend a comic to somebody. I personally, I love the floppies. I'm never going to give them up, but I am going to move eventually to buying more hardcovers and more graphic novels and digitally, just because I'm running out of space and my wife is going to kill me if I bring home another box to put stuff in. So, John, you didn't get it? Okay, cool. I haven't gotten it either, and I'm Batman is one of my favorite characters. So Michael's telling me how to wrap, so we got to go. I want to say thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned next week, and we're out.